welcome to another episode of Talking Points. My name's Doug, and I'll be walking you through a few techniques that I like to use. In this particular piece, I've used some different shapes to put together some heads. So it's the same head, but one is at a profile view, another from a 3/4 view, and another from a straight-on view. I'm going to be using circles as my main base for this, and then kind of putting on a face shield. And you can see from the way I'm drawing it here, it's kind of putting it all together. What this technique actually allows me to do for myself is figure out my anchor points of where I want to have the placement of pieces of the head. So things like, where am I going to put the ears, the eyes, the nose, the lips, and kind of using my understanding of anatomy to help pull that all together. You're going to want to make sure that the ear is in the center of the head when you're looking at a profile. It kind of runs that way, theoretically. So when you can figure out that middle point, your middle point of your circle that is the shape of your head is actually kind of the line of the eye area. And that kind of gives you the measurements for your forehead, your nose, and your chin, because that generally breaks up the height of the head in 3 sections, at least to the hairline. From there, when you're working on the front view, you can see also too, the width of the eyes is generally about 5 eye widths across the front of the face. And also the corner of the mouth tends to run through the center of the eyes. I've exaggerated this a bit in these particular illustrations because I wanted a more cartoony feel to these rather than super hyper realistic. Because I'm just playing around at this point. I just want to figure out what the feeling of this character is as I build it out. It's kind of like working with clay, and you have like 2 pieces you're putting together, and you're kind of messing around with the idea of what am I going to take away, what am I going to add, and where am I going to place things. And it's a bit of a sandbox to kind of figure that out. And for me, having the 3 different viewpoints really allows me to explore that a bit more, because I may really like one view, perhaps say of the profile, but I'm not loving the 3/4 so much. So maybe I'll make a few adjustments there in order to have that look more aligned, or I might discover something that I'm working in the 3/4 that will play over into the profile or the front on view. And that'll really kind of help bring this character together because I'm thinking about it in a 3-dimensional way. Through this particular drawing, I've kind of created a younger male adult, and having a bit of fun with that, and I just kind of wanted to push it a bit further and play with aging the character. So I added in the beard, increased the size of the eyebrows, and just kind of added a bit more shadow in places to kind of add some years to this particular character. So I think I feel like I took him from 23 to 33 maybe, but it's just kind of fun to kind of play with those little accents that can kind of really change the feeling and the story behind that character. So maybe he was really naive in the beginning, and once you kind of add that extra element of the beard and the eyebrows, perhaps, you know, that character lends itself to a different story of being more rugged and having a bit more life experience. So this is my technique for how I like to create characters and figure out their backstories and their expressions. I'd love to hear what yours are, so please feel free to drop a comment down below and let me know what your technique is. It would be great to learn from other artists. Feel free to like the video if this had some value for you, and also feel free to subscribe for future videos coming your way. This has been Doug Belding Art, and until next time, cheers.